Another source of errors is your footwork, as you approach the ball to hit it. You want to be on the right foot in order to be, I don't mean the right, versus left, right? Correct foot, you want to be on the correct foot. You want your feet to be correctly moving and, synced up with your contact point to make it the easiest to do. If you're standing still and hitting the ball, you're stepping, as you take the paddle back, you stand on your back foot, the weight's on your back foot, and then you push off the back foot and end up balancing on your front foot at contact, and then as part of the follow through, you step on this back foot, step this back foot forward, and then face your opponent. But that happens after contact, so basically smack, so it's basically smack, step. If you're moving lateral, like if you're moving to the right, which is when you would hit a forehand, if you're moving to the right, as you go for the ball, you'll be stepping your right foot, your back foot, and get the paddle back, and then you land on your forward foot, your left foot, and your right hand, and then you'll be pushing off this back foot into the ball. So you're pushing off the back foot into the ball, and when you make contact, again, you're balanced on this foot. And then, as part of the follow through, you stop your motion sideways by pulling your back foot around and stop it. So this is basically, it's a balanced foot, you balance as you hit, and this is your recovery foot. You recover on this foot, and now you're ready for the next shot. If you don't believe that's the right way to do it, try it the other way. Try this, and do that. You find that don't work so good. Now, you might say, well, hey, I saw Federer do that. I see him do that all the time. Well, that's because he's running top speed, and that's the way that's how his foot got planted. He got his foot planted this way at full stretch, and so he's basically doing the best he can. Now, he's good at it. He's done it so many times. He's good at it. He can run and basically hit like this. See if I can do this with it. Right? That's the normal, but then he can do the other. He can do the opposite. He can do this because he's coordinated, but the recovery now is longer. Now he's got to take maybe another step or two to slow down and stop and get back towards the center. So the opposite to doing, push off, balance, recover is basically push off, balance, recover. But now his body is facing away from the net, and then he's got to do one more step to recover. So here's his balance foot, and now this is his recovery foot, but he's not recovered yet. So he's got to turn one more step to do recovery, and he can do that, and so can you if you practice it. But you're at a disadvantage because it takes at least one more step to recover. So the idea is, if you got 10 steps to take and you run across to get it, try and end up where you end up on this as your balance foot and your recovery foot, and you'll have a quicker recovery. Same thing on the backhand side, obviously. So it's like, here's the foot you're going to step off of, your balance foot, and then your recovery.